All right, viewers, taking you now directly to Karnataka, Hubballi, where the Prime Minister has landed a short while ago, where he will inaugurate the 26th National Youth Festival. Right now, at a road show on the way to the venue. That's what you can see on your television screen in midst of elaborate security arrangements. The stage all set in Hubballi for the inauguration of this 5-day National Youth Festival, and the Prime Minister would be kick-starting it. What we are told right now is that it's about a 75-minute ceremony in which Prime Minister Modi will inaugurate the cultural extravaganza, the railway sports ground, on which this event is being hosted. Has thousands of people already that have gathered. Let's get in a sense of the feel right now, where people, some of them running alongside, welcoming the Prime Minister.
कर्नाटक के हुबली में जहां पर वो गंतव्य स्थान की तरफ जाते हुए, जहां आज शाम अब से कुछ ही देर बाद उनको राष्ट्रीय युवा महोत्सव का उद्घाटन करना है। इस रोड शो में लोगों के बीच जबरदस्त उत्साह दिखाई पड़ रहा है, दिखाई भी पड़ रहा है, और उनके उत्साह को आप सुन भी सकते हैं। जिस तरह से लोग उत्साह में नारे लगा रहे हैं।
All right, so that's the Prime Minister en route from the airport to the venue, his motorcade passing through that road show there. This is the route from the airport to the venue, where he will be, viewers, inaugurating a massive Youth Connect program, hosting thousands of people, the cultural extravaganza. In midst of elaborate security arrangement, the Prime Minister all set to launch the National Youth Festival. Important in terms of politically for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Narendra Modi is the star campaigner when it comes down to the BJP, and the state of Karnataka poised for a big face-off between the BJP and the Congress come this April in just the next 4 months. Connecting to my colleague Nagarjuna, who's joining us live. Naga, take us through on what you're witnessing right now.
Well, the Prime Minister has just landed and he's left the Hubballi airport, and for the next 15 minutes he will do a roadshow which he has already started. This is the main road of the Hubballi city which connects the airport and the railway ground, where the event is happening in the railway ground. He will come to the dais around 4 p.m. so that's 15 minutes from now. As far as to our schedule, we can see the energized karyakartas of the party all along the main road in the Hubballi city, from airport to the railway ground. These are the local constituency leaders, followers, and BJP karyakartas, both sides of the road, to see the Prime Minister. Prime Minister, as soon as he came out of the arrival section just outside the airport also, he has stepped out of the car to wave at the karyakartas, to energize the karyakartas. We know that Karnataka goes to polls in another 90 to 100 days, and Prime Minister has made a schedule to visit the state every almost 10 days. He will be again coming to Karnataka on the 19th of January, and then February 13th, and then later on. So Prime Minister has made a point to visit to Karnataka, but this time around in Hubballi, it's a youth festival for the next 4 days, which will happen in Hubballi, which is almost called as the youth capital of Karnataka. A lot of education institutions are in this region also. So this was the location chosen. Not just Prime Minister, Union Minister Anurag Thakur is also here, but as a visual on a screen, Prime Minister has taken up the roadshow, and we know when the roadshow happens, if he likes, he steps out. When he sees the energy of the karyakartas, he has already stepped out once, and we have been told that at least in the next 4 or 5 times on the way to the venue, he will be stepping out, waving at the karyakartas, in fact shaking hands with many, and even the SPG officials are also walking by the Prime Minister. And in the venue, around 50 to 60,000 students have gathered to hear the Prime Minister speak today.
You know, massive preparations, understandably. There's an election in order as well. What you can see right now is the route from the airport to the venue, and that is the railway grounds in Hubballi, where this event is going to take place, this inauguration of the Youth Festival. Having said that, it's been a highly politically charged event as well. Both the Congress, the JDS have been attacking the Bharatiya Janata Party for trying to organize crowds for this particular event. And Nagarjuna, I'll get you in on this, because what has been interesting is that under criticism by the Congress has been the circulars that were sent across to various PU colleges in Hubballi to make sure that at least 100 students from each college actually attend the inauguration event.
Well, that is true, and no government official notification has been given to all the universities saying compulsory they have to send students to the youth festival, because the festival is for them, for the students, undergraduate students, and there's no point to hold a event without it. But Congress is claiming that why disturb the students to hold festivals like this during the college hours of the time, and to make it mandatory and compulsory. This shows how poor the BJP is in terms of mobilizing people. Without making it compulsory, people would not turn up for the event, and that's why, out of the fear, they have put out on paper regulation that students from across Dharwad district have to come. I also spoke to a few students here. Yes, undergraduate students from Hubballi Dharwad city and district have come here to see the Prime Minister because of the notification to the district education department. Like you mentioned, it's a high energy election that will be fought for the next 90 to 100 days. Prime Minister has made a point to visit the state every 10 days, and we have seen Mr. Amit Shah, Union Home Minister, also.
We're getting in visuals right now. The Prime Minister, he does this very often, especially on road shows, stops waving out to the crowds. This is the second time he's done this. It's a huge security hazard where the SPG is concerned. But once again, stepping out of his car in that motorcade that you see, waving out to the crowds, hundreds, thousands of students are there. Some of them, like Nagarjun was talking to us, it is compulsory. It is compulsory, especially by PU colleges, government colleges, that every college send about 100 students to this event. But what you see is not just students who've come in there out of compulsion. A lot of people from balconies, of their own volition, showering the Prime Minister with flower petals, welcoming him. So these are scenes coming in from Hubballi, and scenes that possibly the Bharatiya Janata Party would and should take heart in, because there's an election in order. It's seeming to be a tight contest between the BJP and the Congress. Many political analysts will suggest that the Congress right now seemingly in a close but yet pole position, and visuals such as this, events such as this, with none else but the Prime Minister at the helm of affairs, scripting it, will only help the BJP when it matters most in Karnataka. The BJP looking to script a comeback in Karnataka, not going to be that easy for the party, but like I pointed out, if there is one person who could possibly pave that way to a return of the BJP, it would have to be the Prime Minister, loved especially by many, the star campaigner of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and the BJP unveiling him. This possibly the first big visit of the Prime Minister in Karnataka, or rather the big ticket event where a roadshow has also been planned, kick-starting his campaign in the state of Karnataka. Post this, every 10 days, the Prime Minister is going to be in Karnataka campaigning or unveiling something, inaugurations, all of that in order. An election is in Karnataka in April. I want to connect back to my colleague Nagarjun, who's back with us. Naga, of course, the Prime Minister stepping out. He did this earlier as well. Now, actually standing on the foot plate of the car and waving out to the crowds there while his motorcade continues to move towards the venue. All schools shut today in honor of the particular event that the Prime Minister is inaugurating.